All right, guys, so we are going to talk about the Honolulu J6CR. So there's been a lot of people talking about this paddle. I saw a lot of, comments on it online, and I wanted to give it a shot. So this is our second episode of no discount code, no affiliate commission, this isn't going to seem like an ad read. I know a lot of pickleball paddle reviews kind of function as ad reads because there are discount code commissions involved. Well, I'm not involved. This is just me playing with a paddle, doing a paddle review for fun. And I also was able to get this in the hands of some other unnamed pros in the Boca Raton region. And I will give you kind of the general consensus as we played with this paddle. So my personal favorite thing about this paddle is actually the shape. The shape's a little bit, maybe not necessarily a sight for sore eyes. I know me and the other pros were kind of making fun of it. It looks a little boxy at the bottom, but I actually felt like once I got used to it, it was pretty fun to play with. So it's not the angular style of throat that you're gonna find on for example, a Yola Pro 4. It's more boxy down here, but I actually think that maybe helps you with, resets near the bottom of the paddle because there's a little extra space there. So that's something that I enjoyed about this paddle. I also felt like it had a good handle length. It was easy for me to fit two hands on the paddle too, which is definitely important, especially with an elongated paddle. The grip on the paddle is pretty good, not great. It's legal, which is good. I know a lot of paddles these days are really gritty, but this one is well within legal range, but it's decently gritty. It wasn't smooth by any means. We had tape here and here, try to bring up the twist weight. And yeah, I felt like this paddle has good power, good pop, but not great power or pop. So it's not the boomstick. I wouldn't even say that it's the bread and butter loco in terms of power or pop. I would say it's probably just one step below that. So that's actually a good thing for some people. For me, it was actually my favorite paddle, my favorite full foam paddle for singles. I felt like for singles it was good because I could swing out a little bit more. I wouldn't call this a control paddle necessarily. I mean, it's a powerful paddle, but it's not overwhelmingly powerful, kind of to the tune of a, for example, a Selkirk boomstick. So the power on it is good, but not great, which can be a good thing. I felt like the ball shaping was also good, but not great too. So it was, I think pretty easy for me to hit some good third shot drives, but I wasn't hitting drives that were, like dipping like crazy. I wasn't doing anything super special out there. I think on the second day I started to get more used to it and resets started to feel a little bit easier, but I wasn't ever super comfortable resetting with it. I felt like it was maybe a little bit, I wouldn't call it stiff, but the dwell time is not top tier. I think for me, actually, it was maybe even easier for me to reset with a bread and butter loco than this paddle. And I think that maybe the harder somebody was hitting a ball at me, the tougher it was for me to reset because it is more of that dense, connected feel. It's not really going to be a paddle where the ball just sinks in for so long and then you feel like you can kind of guide it anywhere, kind of like a Yola Pro 4 when it's broken in, for example, or a very broken in Gen 3 paddle. For the most part, the resetting feel gets tremendously good. This I felt like wasn't really there. But it's something that you can get used to. I mean, resetting and controlling resets is something that's, pretty subjective too. Some people like more of a, maybe some people like a stiffer feel for resets. So yeah, I think that it was good power, good pop. Returns and serves felt pretty solid. It was something where I could swing out a little bit more. I felt like, one of my issues with the boomstick, and I love the boomstick. The boomstick's a great paddle, but obviously one of maybe the issues with it is if you're ripping serves with it with that much power, it's tough to keep it in. But with this one, I felt like I could keep it in a little bit better. I would say that, especially at the price point too, $195 retail, discount codes are gonna bring it down. It is pretty good value for a paddle that is good. I would say that if you are going into buying this paddle with the expectation of, this paddle is gonna change my game and it's gonna make me, a different type of player, then I would probably temper your expectations because these days, so many paddles are good. I don't think that there's really too many paddles that are just on another level of wow, this is changing the game. I wouldn't classify this as one of those paddles. This is a good paddle that comes in at a good price point, and yeah, if I had a discount code to share with you, I would recommend it. I think that if you're somebody who doesn't like to play with a super powerful paddle, you want like a pretty, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a pretty powerful paddle, but it's nothing new in terms of power. But you want a full foam paddle, you want something that's, you know, pretty controllable with a good price point. This is definitely a, you know, I would say this is a mild recommend. It didn't knock my socks off, but it is something where, you know, I mean, I feel like there are definitely going to be people that like this paddle, that stick with this paddle. And if you have the chance to demo it, give it a shot. But if you think this paddle is going to change your life, then you might want to look elsewhere.